Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Snuggle Up Sundays with Miss Ardestani. I'm going to wait a minute and see who's going to take a break from the Super Bowl to come listen to a story. I hope you all had a nice weekend. I know I had a relaxing weekend. Who do you think's going to win, San Fran or Kansas City? Me personally, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I don't prefer either team. Hi, Joey. Hi, Lily. All right. It is 7:45. We are going to start. Make sure that's off. All right. Kansas City. Well, again, I have no preference. Although, I don't want San Fran to get their 6th Super Bowl ring, so maybe I'll go for Kansas City too. All right. Our story tonight is one that was recommended to me by Mrs. Evans in 1st grade, so thank you for letting me borrow your book, Mrs. Evans. I have Ruby Bridges Goes to School, My True Story, written by Ruby Bridges. Here we go. A long time ago, some people thought that Black people and white people should not be friends. In some places, Black people were not allowed to live in the same neighborhoods as white people. In some places, Black people were not allowed to eat in the same restaurants as white people. And in some places, Black children and white children could not go to the same schools. This is called segregation. The United States government said, segregation is wrong. People should live where they want, people should eat where they want, and children should go to school where they want. My name is Ruby Bridges. In 1960, I went to kindergarten in a school for Black children. I liked my school, I liked my teacher, I liked my friends. She's a cutie. But there was a school for white children even closer to my house than the school for Black children. It was called the William Frantz Elementary School. The government said Ruby Bridges should be allowed to go to the William Frantz School. In 1961, I was in 1st grade. My mother took me to the Frantz School. Marshals came with us to make sure that we were safe. Some people did not want me to go to their school. They stood near the school and they yelled at me to go away. Parents took their children out of the school. I was alone with my teacher, Mrs. Henry. I loved Mrs. Henry, and Mrs. Henry loved me. I was a very good student. I learned math. I learned how to read, but I wish the children would come back. Months and months passed. Then one day, children began to come back to school. At last, I have friends to play with, and I was very happy. Many people have read about me in newspapers and books. A famous writer, John Steinbeck, wrote about me. He wrote that I was very brave. A First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt, wrote a letter to me. The letter told me that I was a good American. Norman Rockwell was an artist who painted a picture of me. The painting has become very famous. Now I am grown up, I am married, I have children. One day, Mrs. Henry and I were both asked to be on a TV show. That was the first time we had seen each other in many years. Now we talk to each other often. Now all children can go to the same schools. I like to visit schools. I tell my story to children. I tell children that Black people and white people can be friends. And most important, I tell children to be kind to each other. The end. That is Ruby Bridges Goes to School, a true story written by Ruby Bridges herself. Now, boys and girls, aside from this being a very nice story to end and a great message about being kind to one another, the reason I chose it for Snuggle Up Sundays was because today is February 2nd, and aside from it being Groundhog Day, and aside from it being Super Bowl Sunday, it is the second day into Black History Month. So February is known as Black History Month, and I thought this would be a great story to read to all of you. Now, Black History Month is a holiday or a monthly celebration where we honor and recognize African Americans and Black Americans who have made great contributions to our country and to our community. It's a way to recognize and honor people who have done great things, who some you've heard of, like Dr. Martin Luther King, which we learned about last month, and we talked about Rosa Parks. So there's many, many people who've made great contributions to our country, and we recognize and celebrate them. One thing I will tell you, and I think I said it last week, is I absolutely love our school. And my favorite thing about our school is how diverse and how different it is and how everyone looks different. Although we have our uniforms that we wear to make us all Scranton School District students as a community united, as you look around each classroom and around the hallways, every single person is different, and that is my favorite thing. It makes us all unique in our own ways, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you again for joining me for Snuggle Up Sundays with Miss Ardestani. I hope you enjoyed our story, Ruby Bridges Goes to School. Remember to snuggle up with a good book every night. Brush your teeth, take your tubs or your showers. Make sure you are all ready for school tomorrow. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow morning. I cannot wait for us to celebrate the 100th day of school on Thursday and to see what other activities we have planned for Black History Month. At the end of the month, February 26th, Miss Sequel and the 4th grade have a very special performance. And I did just post that to our Facebook page, so check it out. Tell your parents about it. Everyone is invited. Again, this is a 4th grade performance on February 26th. Let There Be Peace, a tribute to African American history in honor of Black History Month. Okay, boys and girls, have a great night. Don't stay up too late. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me.